Am I a purist? Am I a purist because I just eat raw fruits and coconuts? Well, you can call me whatever you want to call me, but I choose to live as closely in line with nature's design as I possibly can, and I find that when I do, I naturally will eat from the vine and feel divine. It's amazing. Nature knows the way, and I choose not to stray. So, I'm the type to pick the flower and eat it. I'm the type to pick the apple and eat it. I'm the type to pick the leaf and eat it. But I'm not the type to pick the flower, light it on fire, and then eat it. I'm not the type to take the apple, light it on fire, and then eat it. I'm not the type to go pick the leaf off the tree, light it on fire, and then consume it. I just want it in its raw, natural state. And people are like, oh Ted, do you think you're better than other people who eat cooked food, or do you think your diet's better than the cooked vegan diet? And I don't think I'm better than other people. I think everyone, I don't think I'm better than anyone, but I definitely think my diet is the best. Otherwise, why else would I be eating it? Of course I think my diet is better than a cooked vegan diet. That's why I'm eating this way. If I thought a cooked vegan diet was the best, I'd go for that. I always want the best in life. I always want the best in life, especially when it comes to relationships. Why would I want a subpar relationship? I want the best relationships ever. And I've never experienced such a beautiful relationship with food as I have with fruit. You know, if you loved pizza and you could eat it all the time with no negative effects, then you'd keep eating pizza. But there's a reason people only have pizza once a week or twice a week or maybe 3 times a week at the most. There's a reason people only have certain fast foods every now and then. Because they have it, they get the high, and then they feel like crap, and they go on to a next food. They have it, they get the high, they feel like crap, they go on to the next food. You ever heard people say, hey, what do you feel like having for dinner tonight? It's like, what drug do you want to have tonight? With fruit, you don't go walk downtown and get all dressed up and then wait in line for a half hour to get into a restaurant so you can have an orange apple banana smoothie. You know, it's like you just take the fruit and you eat it. Very, very simple. And there's no downsides to eating fruit. You know, the worst downside is you get a little seed stuck in your tooth or something, you know? The worst downside effect is that you have to go to the washroom because you're so hydrated. The worst downside effect is that you're gonna live longer than all your relatives, so you're gonna see everyone else die before you die because you'll be so damn healthy. The downside effect is having to help so many people because everyone has all these dis-eases, and because you're the only one at ease, you're the only one who's capable of helping them. You're the only one who they want to come to for help. So obviously those are not actually bad things. Those are just things a lot of people sometimes might not want to deal with ahead of time until they're actually in the moment. And it's wonderful helping people. It's wonderful taking a piss because you're hydrated. It's wonderful to live a long, healthy life. And yeah, it's sad seeing people go down, seeing people get their boobs chopped off or their tongue chopped off because of certain dietary and lifestyle habits. But especially when they're close to you, and that's part of life, though, the life that we're living right now at the moment. And I do think there's a lot of pessimists out there in the world who say, Ted, the world's not going to go vegan, the world's definitely not going to go fruitarian, so don't even bother trying to push your message, you know. But I'm an optimist, and I really believe that in the same way that when vitamin C was discovered to prevent scurvy, it took about 100 years before people actually latched on and actually started taking notice and using vitamin C in a big way to prevent scurvy. And it's the same way with vegan nutrition. You know, all these diseases, man, you look at the top 10 killers in the world. It's not old age. Old age is not killing us. It's diseases that are preventable and curable and treatable with proper diet and lifestyle. Mostly diet, because once you start fixing your diet, your lifestyle comes into effect also. Your lifestyle falls in the line as well, because when you're feeling great, you know, you just want to live a better lifestyle as well. And it all starts with what you eat. But it's very hard to live a proper lifestyle when you're consuming drugs all the time. Drugs meaning, you know, fast food and stuff. McDonald's considers their customers heavy users if they go to McDonald's, you know, 3-4 times a week. So heavy user, that's the same term you use for a drug addict, and that's the same term McDonald's are using for their customers. But anyways, back to my fruitarian diet. It's the best relationship I've ever had with food. I've been vegan for a while. I was vegan for a while before I went fully raw, and I was vegan for the animals. I was vegan for the animals. And I just wanted to be vegan, have that label on saying, I am vegan, I'm healthy, look at me eat all my quinoa and potatoes and rice and things like that. Sweet potatoes, all sorts of that good, yummy, cooked vegan food. But then I never felt amazing. Why didn't I feel amazing? I didn't feel amazing because I didn't go raw. Once I went raw, boom, instantly I was like, holy smokes, man, next level, next level. Thank you, nature. You know what's up. You know what's up. Thank you, nature. And it was like the first day I was like, this is it. Wow, this is it. And then the next day I was like, well, yesterday was pretty crazy, but I'm gonna go back having my cooked food again. So had a big meal of cooked food, boom, energy, instantly, noticeably down. And I just figured that was like, you know, that's just how it goes, you know? That's raw till 4. You go raw all day, you feel amazing and light and good vibes all day long, and then you have your dinner and you just settle down, and it helps you get to sleep maybe. Maybe it's good to help you settle down and make sure you get enough calories to stay vegan, whatever. And to me, raw till 4 is a good stepping stone. I encountered it naturally before there was a raw till 4. I would be raw vegan all day, and then I have my good big cooked vegan meal dinner. I felt really good about that. I felt really good about that. And I thought I was eating a very healthy diet. But I just never felt amazing after that big dinner. I couldn't really think straight, and I just was really tired. And I just felt way better on raw, man. Like, oh, I can't even explain. Like the workouts, you go for a run, you go for a swim, you go for a bike, you go to the gym, and you're pushing bench press with papayas in your biceps, you know? You're running mile after mile after mile on bananas. You're running, you know, sub 4-minute kilometers for 5, 10, 15 kilometers at a stretch on just watermelon.
So I've been raw vegan for the last little while now, just a few weeks. It's probably the best that I've eaten ever. And I'm running and I'm running and I'm running and I'm running and I'm like, I want to go faster, I want to go faster. And then all of a sudden I'm going faster, like, holy, I can go faster. How is this possible? That is such a high for me. Like, that is the reason that I eat a specific way. That is the reason why some people may think, wow, you're restricting your diet. That is way too hard to do. But that rush that I get when I click into like a new gear that I never had before, and all of a sudden I'm going faster and I'm not heaving for breath and having to stop and walk, is a miracle to me. I have never experienced that. So giving myself like another gear is the rush and the high that I chase. And when I go back and I eat tons of potatoes and hummus and vegan cakes and stuff like that, when I go for a run that day or the next day or even 2 days after, I'm running and I'm running and I'm running and I'm out of breath. The gear is gone. The gear is gone. I can't go faster anymore. But that is all the proof that I need. That is all the proof that I need. And if I wasn't pushing myself through running, I probably wouldn't notice and it wouldn't be a big deal. But for me, fitness is a goal of mine. It's something I have to do. I love to do it. So when I notice that I can't do something that I could before, I don't like that feeling. Like it's like, and I don't want to do it anymore. So that is why I lean towards this side, because I just, it's like a natural rush and a high to be able to do something that you couldn't before.
You know, I've won running races on just watermelon, and to show up at the race, to run the race, to win the race, knowing that you've only consumed watermelon for the past 5 days, that was on Watermelon Island, there's something beautiful about that. There's something beautiful about that. You can really give credit to Mother Nature for knowing that, wow, there is this one food that can sustain this human body, and it doesn't need to be altered in any way. You just pick it and you eat it, and it can sustain the human body perfectly with no downsides.
I'm up in Bear Mountain, New York, and I just ran 50 miles in 7 hours and 16 minutes. I ate dates, some oranges, a lot of water, and I feel almost like, I feel high right now. Like almost like I can like, it's like a psychedelic thing. It's weird. I mean, and I feel great. How does this happen? It's so like just out of body experience. I mean, I'm high. I'm cracked out high right now. It's freaky, man. I'm freaking out. It's like, if I felt this way, like sitting on my couch or something, like watching television, I'd be scared. I'd be like, what the hell did somebody do to me? There was something in my food or somebody drugged me, because like, this is weird. If I'm talking a little weird, it's because I'm like tripping on fruit and lots of running. I mean, I'm like super sharp though. My thinking is like electric clear. I was doing push-ups when I get to the top of the mountain. On each rep, when I get to the top, I was doing push-ups at the summit. And I get up there, and I jump down on the floor, and I throw in some like real rock solid military push-ups, 25 of them, real controlled, but pretty quick. And it was like, I wasn't doing push-ups on top of the mountain. It was like, as soon as I got down on my hands and started doing push-ups, it's like the whole mountain flipped upside down, and I was bench pressing. I was bench pressing the mountain. That's how I felt. It's freaky, freaky shit, guys. This is what happens when you eat a fruitarian diet for a while. Oh, some weird shit starts happening, but it's all really cool. I don't know what's going on, but I've read that people say like the fruitarian diet works for a while and then it doesn't work. Well, it's working, and I'll be honest, it's getting weird now that I've been doing it for a while. It's getting kind of freaky, because this kind of thing never happened to me when I was doing ultra running before I started eating a fruitarian diet. I don't know, my body is just so clean and so pure. I was freaking bench pressing Bear Mountain today.
It's amazing. It's amazing. And